The true power of Empress Boa Hancock, the woman even Blackbeard fears. Her power is so overwhelming that even one of the most dangerous Yonko, Marshal D. Teach, better known as Blackbeard, dares not face her head-on. Even Sengoku the Buddha, former fleet admiral of the Marines and a man known for his calm judgment, once described her as unfathomably deep. Boa Hancock's Mero Mero no Mi isn't just a flashy devil fruit. In the hands of this empress, it becomes a weapon of absolute domination, capable of turning even the strongest warriors below Yonko-level into stone in the blink of an eye. This woman, known across the seas as Empress Boa Hancock, once nearly kicked the entire story of One Piece off course with just a single strike. If we were to rank the strongest among the original 7 warlords of the sea, there's no doubt she belongs in the top 3. Her track record speaks volumes. Not a single person has ever stood back up after being turned to stone by her. Vice Admiral Tsuru once stated that mastering the 3 types of haki, observation, armament, and conquerors is the ultimate way to counter any devil fruit. But even she made an exception, not Mero Mero, because Hancock's ability isn't just strong, it's unfair. Even if her stamina drops, her power remains lethal. That's precisely why Blackbeard not only feared her, but desperately wanted to claim her power. The only reason he managed to capture Hancock was through a cheap ambush using his Yami Yami no Mi. Had it been a true one-on-one fight, he would have immediately been put on the defensive and likely turned to stone before he could even react. Every high-tier fighter who has ever stood against Hancock but below Yonko-level found themselves utterly outclassed. They didn't even have the chance to strike back. Sengoku wasn't exaggerating when he said she was unfathomable, and that's not a word he uses lightly. But perhaps the most terrifying aspect of Boa Hancock isn't her devil fruit. It's her hand-to-hand combat. Her iconic technique, Perfume Femur, is a devastating spinning kick that's almost impossible to dodge. It once took out a Marine Vice Admiral in a single blow, and when infused with Conqueror's Haki, that very kick was strong enough to shake Douglas Bullet, a monster even larger and more powerful than St. John Giant, by many times. While 4 different pirate crews struggled just to scratch Bullet, Hancock's single kick shattered his defense. That tells you everything you need to know about the raw destructive force of her physical strength, even when restrained by sea stone cuffs which neutralize devil fruit abilities. She was still able to step over Magellan, a man covered in deadly poison from the Doku no Mi, without fear. That alone proves how terrifying she is even without her powers. To this day, the true extent of Hancock's power remains unknown. But there's a strange rumor among pirates: the more injured Luffy becomes, the more enraged and powerful Hancock becomes in return. Her love isn't just emotional, it translates into raw combat strength. If Luffy were ever critically wounded, Hancock would probably unleash a fury capable of taking down a Yonko. Back during the Paramount War, if Marco hadn't stopped her, Hancock was ready to charge in and fight Admiral Akiji head-on, without hesitation. That kind of reckless courage only comes from someone whose entire strength is fueled by loyalty and love. The truth is, as long as Luffy is alive, Hancock's full power will never fade. In fact, it may only continue to grow stronger. So if someone asked you who the true future Pirate King could be, don't be surprised if some say, Empress Boa Hancock. Because as Luffy once said, she's the woman of the man who will become the Pirate King.